This is one of the problems that USAID was meant to fix. This is a water pipe that burst this morning in the West Bank city of Halhul. The water engineers came here and tried to fix it. But they had been working on a project funded by USAID, $46 million in this area to rehabilitate the water pipes that burst every couple of days. When President Trump and his administration froze USAID projects all around the world, it impacted this area of the West Bank. Wherever you drive in Palestinian cities, you see billboards marking USAID road and water projects from over the years. It's been a decades-long U.S. mission to build the capacity for the Palestinians to have their own independent state.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be empathetic. I want people to be able to self-sustain themselves with water. It's a very important thing. But I find it odd when you get 46 million and still the pipes keeps breaking.
Let us investigate.
I mean, the pipe that you see in the first video, it's not exactly that big. But then, if you're using 46 million to support a pipe, I don't think you're just building small pipes. Which means you might be building big pipes. Which means there is a possibility some people are using those pipes to help attack certain countries. That's suspicious.
Did you know that when the Mexicans are deported from the United States and they go back to Mexico, they're going to get free rent and they're going to get free food?
What?
On Mexican state national news in Spanish in Mexico, they just announced, because they're ones that are being deported say they're broke, that they're going to get free rent, a place to live, and free food. And the locals are pissed. In the comments section, it blew up, and they let everybody know how they feel. They said those are the criminals that went over there. Now they're going to come back, and the crime's going to come back. And you're going to give them free rent and free food? What happened to all the money that they had over there when they were doing all of their social media saying, look at what I got with my little debit card, and they were buying all that stuff, eating shrimp and lobster all the time, and now they're coming back saying we broke, and the government's like, okay, we'll help you out so you can get back on your feet, and the locals are not having it. They don't want them to have all that. They don't want their tax dollars to go to them. They don't want to feed them, they don't want to house them, and they don't want the crime to come back. What the fuck? Yeah, that's what's happening in Mexico right now.
That's racist.
And as you can see, the fact that they're getting deported from US to Mexico, even the people in Mexico is like, what? You're going to treat them how the Americans were treating them, but you don't care about me? It makes you think these elites at the top think the same. And it would surprise you, there's a lot of people in other countries with common sense that actually think exactly like you're thinking right now, that actually agree with Trump. And most people are shocked? No, I'm not shocked. I think it's a news flash for a lot of progressive people. Venga, dilo. Remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué?
You know, this might not be a popular topic, but I have an opinion about the military. I don't like that we give our military guys 10% discounts and different things at different businesses, because they're already living off the taxpayer dollar, and some of them get benefits, you know, on different places throughout their life, even after they're not serving. So even if they went and served a year, they're like, oh, I still get a discount for the rest of my life because I served for 1 year. Like, what about us who are paying for those taxes for our whole life, and we get no break, we get no benefit for supporting our military and for paying for them all these years? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. They get benefits for so many different things. And then they can like still go on base even after they're out, and they can get tax-free food and like buy it on base, and like I don't know, I don't even know all this stuff that happens that they get all these benefits, but I don't like it. I think we should get benefits, not them.
Really?
What about these men? What about these physical damages? What about the mental damage that they might experience? You don't care about that, but you care about your moral points, how you want people to go to Ukraine, fight for the battle because it's morally good. But if they fight, don't get discount because I need it more in my home, because I advocate for the moral that they're fighting for.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
I'm a chicken farmer, and they are bullshitting you about the reasons why your eggs are so expensive. Listen, when you consider the fact that we consume over 9 billion chickens a year and just in meat alone, there's over in 2023 we had over 382 million egg-laying hens in this country alone, and so far we've only lost 300 million birds worldwide. It doesn't make sense. They say the same shit every year. I know it because I'm a chicken farmer. I see the same alerts. And I see the same opportunity to jack up prices, and yet I choose not to. Listen, when you look at these large facilities, a lot of these birds aren't dying of bird flu. They are dying of neglect. They don't give the freaking vitamins, oregano, all the supplements they are supposed to be getting. They're getting in these mega facilities, and these birds are dying of disease and neglect. And every time a bird dies, they say bird flu. I'm telling you, they're bullshitting you.
If certain people believe there is a bird flu and you kill all the birds, don't get angry that the prices are going up and say Trump caused the prices to go up. It makes no sense. It's supply and demand. If you kill all the birds, the demand is going to go up and the price is going to get higher.
Joe Biden once said that white supremacy was the single greatest terrorist threat to our home. Joe Biden once said that white supremacy was the single greatest terrorist threat to our homeland. What do you feel is the greatest threat to the American people's safety?
We look at the last 4 years of open borders, where we had tens of millions of people come across our borders, many of whom we don't know who they are or what their intentions are. And very specifically, the threat of radical Islamist terrorism here within our country is higher than it's ever been before, not only because of President Biden's open borders, but because of his and his administration's fear of being called Islamophobes. They took their attention and our resources away from that threat and once again pointed it at our fellow Americans.
I think it's common sense if you open a door and a bunch of people come in, but you also have a policy after the SAPs, never blame those people, and I'm supposed to act surprised nobody might abuse that law? I don't know. I just think it's common sense to think like that, but still, they want to force you to believe, hey, even if we're not allowed to call them out, nobody's going to abuse it.
Elon Musk and Tesla haters are some of the most irrational and delusional people I've ever seen. Because let me get this straight. You want to hurt Elon Musk and you want to stop him from doing the best that he can to get our government to be efficient and show us transparency or where all our tax money is going, instead of the last administration hiring 87,000 IRS employees to audit you and your $600 Venmo payment. So you don't want that, right? You don't want him to make our government more efficient, and you want to hurt him by boycotting Tesla. So what's going to happen? Let's say he loses all of Tesla, right? The guy is worth like $400 billion. He owns 13% of Tesla. So the Tesla portion of his wealth is about 150 billion. So what, he's going to go down to worth 250 billion? Oh my God, his life is ruined. How can he live on 250 billion instead of 400 billion? And people are saying, yeah, he's in it to enrich himself. Like what? And he has your data and your social security number. He's going to go check in on your $300 bank account or apply for a Best Buy credit card in your name. Like, just be more rational, guys.
I just find it odd when people say he's going to use our information. Everybody has your information. Google has your information. Netflix has your information. PayPal has your information. You don't care about those people, but the fact people can get audited in the government, federal people working for the government, misusing your money. You're like, no, that's a bad thing. Even if they raise my taxes, don't touch that. IRS, Check me.
Boycotting Tesla and hurting Tesla will only hurt America, American jobs, and American investments. What do you think? Who do you think is invested in Tesla? Everyone and their mother who owns the S&P 500 owns a part of Tesla, the stock Tesla, the company. All the workers, tens of thousands of American workers, American hardworking, smart workers, work for Tesla. If Tesla goes away, all these people lose their jobs. Who's going to benefit? You know who's going to benefit? Not America. China will be the leader in EVs. China will be the leader in AI. China will be the leader in robotics, humanoid robots. So just boycotting Tesla and saying that's going to hurt Elon Musk is so silly and delusional. And the best one of them is selling your Tesla in order to boycott.
Yeah, but you're not smart because it's all about moral points. That's way more important.
You already gave delusional. And the best one of them is selling your Tesla in order to boycott. You already gave your money to Tesla and Elon Musk. Selling your Tesla, that doesn't hurt him at all. That's not coming out of his money. That's not doing anything. That's only robbing you from owning the best car that you ever drive in your life, because Teslas are the safest, most American-made cars. So boycotting Tesla and boycotting Elon Musk only hurts you and the American people. Doesn't hurt Elon, doesn't hurt what he's doing with the government. He's going to continue to do it. And you're going to feel the benefits of this, and you're going to feel so dumb when you actually feel the benefits of what he's doing in Doge. So
I'm boycotting banana. I'm hurting all the bananas.
Don't get me wrong, ako sa kita bong. Puta fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam turlo que ta verde ta welcome.